Hello again. Thank you so much for your time. This is Channel 1 Television coming to you live from our studios here at number 5 Oula Hansen Lane, Tesano, Accra. I am Nanatufo Boateng. We now want to take you to Parliament. The Public Accounts Committee has resumed its sittings where it scrutinizes the audited accounts of ministries and government agencies as audited and captured in the Auditor General's report. So let's go over to Parliament for the committee sittings of the Public Accounts Committee.
The unpresented payment vouchers. The first payment voucher, I explained to the auditor that it was not a payment or a payment voucher we generated at our end. It was payment made to Government Secretarial School in line with scheme of service training offered. But what happened was that during the payment, GSS was not set up, Accra was not set up on a recoupment system. So the money was paid into Kumasi GSS. Kumasi GSS then in turn transferred the money into our account. So it wasn't a payment voucher generated. I explained to the team, and they understood us, and I provided all the documents to them. The payment from Kumasi to our account at Bank of Ghana in Accra.
Have you resolved the issue with the auditors?
Yes, please, we did.
Is that for all three cases or specific?
I finished addressing the first issue. The second issue that I'm coming to address. The second issue is in relation to...
So wait. This is what you've said is in respect of the 55,800.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh. Just make sure. The Honourable Chair, the second issue of 7,560 is car maintenance allowance. And car maintenance allowance is paid from GOG. Head of Civil Service accounts transfers the money into our accounts at Bank of Ghana. Then we generate a PV and pay it. But what happened here is, when we generated a PV and sent it to OGM Treasury, the PV was misplaced. I followed up. We could not trace the PV. And I explained to the audit head. We went to their office is the same premises with the Treasury. So I went there with the audit team head, and he can testify that.
Did you say the PV got lost?
Yes, at the audit the OGM Treasury.
So then how did you take the money?
No. What happened is we'll prepare the PV and send it to OGM Treasury for certification. But it was misplaced there. It got missing at OGM Treasury.
So then how was it certified?
Pardon me?
How was it certified then? Because you sent it there for certification.
Yes, please.
And it got lost there.
They said they have done it, but they cannot find the PV for us. They have done it, but they can't find the PV. It was misplaced there. So I explained to the audit team, and they understood us.
They have misplaced the PV?
Yes, please, Honourable Chair.
So on what basis did the transaction go through?
No, this is payment from government, like OGM accounts. Yes. We transfer the money into our account. We will now prepare a PV to disburse the money. So that's what we did. But having prepared a PV, we took it to OGM Treasury because it's GOG. So we took it to OGM Treasury for certification. And it got missing at OGM Treasury. And
I'm saying that, don't you await certification before you distribute the money? Shouldn't that be the case?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Shouldn't that be the case, yes or no?
Yes, please, Honourable Chair.
So you couldn't find a certified payment voucher.
Yes.
Yet you went ahead to disburse the money. Now the auditors are saying, show me the evidence. And you are saying what? Madam
Chair, I said the audit team went with me to the Treasury. And the lady in charge said, honestly, they are sorry they can't find the PV. But we had a photocopy of our own PV, but not a certified one. It is that the photocopy we show it to the audit team. Yes, the photocopy. Yes, please. Our copy is with the auditors. I'll give our copy to the auditors. Yes.
Okay. So, auditors, what do you say to this charge?
All right. So, Honorable Chair, subsequently they were able to provide some documentation. We had copies of the payment vouchers, and we have verified them. So as we speak, those payment vouchers were presented to our office in the region, and they have done the verification.
Do you say they are acceptable?
The recommendation, as I said earlier on, is recovery. But then, unsure of what the decision of the committee will be, we looked at those payment vouchers, and we are okay with them in terms of they acquitting the payment.
Okay. Honorable Chair, I think we can go to the third issue and find out what explanation he has for that also. The third one being recoupment of electricity prepaid interest.
Yeah, Honorable Chair. We provided all the receipts to them in respect of this PV. Thank you.
You are already going to refund 175,000. I won't tag this one on it. Otherwise, I would ask you to refund that one also. If you have the paperwork with you in the office, you make sure you give it to the auditors. If it was a sheet of paper you were supposed to give to the auditors for your pay to go up, as for that one, okay, the next one, the infraction is on paragraph 2103, and Honorable Suparo will handle that one, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, Section 117 of the Income Tax Act 2015, Act 896, requires that a withholding agent pay to the Commissioner General within 15 days. After the end of each calendar month, a tax that has been withheld. We noted that a total amount of 10,936 Ghana cedis, 66 pesos was withheld in taxes on payment to staff and other beneficiaries for various activities. However, these withheld taxes had not been remitted to the Commissioner General. The auditors recommended that the principal should ensure that the amount is paid into the GRA account. I want to find out from you, what is the current status of the recommendation?
Honorable Chair, as we speak, we have paid the tax into the GRA account. But let me... Okay, we have paid the money into the auditor's account, GRA account.
Can you confirm, the auditors?
Yes, Honorable Chair, we can confirm that the entire amount has been remitted to the GRA.
All right.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much. The next infraction is on paragraph 2106, and Honorable Desmond de Graaf Payton.
Chair, thank you. This is about default in payment of rent, total amounting 23,580 Ghana cedis, involving 7 staff who occupy the government bungalow. As a matter of fact, 10% of their salary should be deducted to pay every month as a rent. Now, after auditors' report revealed that such has not been done, so I want to find out how is it that it has not been done, and the amount due, has it been recovered and paid same into auditors' account of Bank of Ghana. Thank you.
Honorable Chair, we have recovered
9,034 Ghana cedis out of the existing 23,000 outstanding rent debt, and paid same to the auditor's general recovery accounts. And we finished the audit team with this information.
Why the rest has not been recovered?
We have come out with a payment plan. We've spread the arrears to 5 months. So we've collected the first batch. That's what we've paid to the Auditor General's recovery accounts. And we have a payment plan to recover the rest of the money in the subsequent months.
Is your accountant here?
Yes, Honorable Chair.
Okay. According to the auditors, the report the accountant gave it to them stated that the principal authorized that these 7 people should not pay the rent. I want to know, is it true or it's not true?
Honorable Chair, I think this was misinformation. It's not true. Thank you.
Auditors, can you confirm that if it is omission?
Honorable, if you can let me know exactly where you are quoting that from. Yeah, Honorable Chair, if you may permit, I will ask the branch head, our branch head, to respond to this issue. Yeah.
Principal. Okay.
Honorable Chair, my name is Recoupment. It's unfortunate that the accountant will indicate here that what we have written is not true. As part of our evidence gathering during the course of the audit, we did some interviews. And as part of the interviews, that is what the accountant indicated. And we have working papers duly signed to support our claim. So for the accountant to indicate to this August House that what we reported on is not true is a bit unfortunate. Can make.
Accountant.
Honorable Chair.
Accountant.
Yes.
Do you realize that this committee has the powers of a high court?
Yes, Honorable Chair.
When you came into, you swore an oath.
Yes, Honorable Chair.
So you tell the auditors one thing and then you tell us another thing, which is true. Did you guys tell the auditors that it was the principal of the school that told them not to pay the rent?
Honorable, if it is Greater Accra, no, I did not tell the audit team or audit team leader that the principal has instructed them not to pay. It might be a misinformation. I did not, even when the report came, I called the team leader that this statement, I didn't make this statement. He said, unfortunately, it has gone. I told him I didn't make this statement because as he came to meet the situation, I also came to meet the situation. So how could I have said that the principal said they should not pay rent? I did not make that statement, Honorable Chair. Because I made the audit team leader aware that statement, I didn't make that statement. It might be a misinformation. Or he might misconstrue me in one way or the other. I didn't make that statement, Honorable Chair. Okay. I know I've sworn an oath.
Okay.
I'll not sit here and lie.
Okay. Ministry of Finance sent a letter out or a circular out, and it gives a number that they were supposed to deduct 10% of their salaries for rent. And out of the 23,000, you've collected just 9,000. When are you going to collect the rest of it?
Honorable Chair, as my principal indicated, we have recovered 9,034 Ghana cedis. The balance, we have come out with a payment plan for them, spreading 5 months. We hope by the end of the 5 months period, we'll have recovered all the amounts. Thank you.
Who determines the payment plan, please? Discuss with who?
We discussed with the tenants that this is what we are proposing.
So they shortchange government, and then at their will, at their pleasure, they come up with a payment plan to pay government's money. Is that what you are saying?
No, Honorable Chair, it's not the tenant that have proposed the plan. It's management.
You said you discussed with them.
We informed.
Mr. Accountant, you keep changing your positions. Remember, you are under oath. I just asked you, and you said you conferred with them, and based on that, you have come up with a payment plan. And I'm saying that they go ahead to shortchange governments, and now they determine at will when they want to pay government's money back to government. This is unacceptable. Respectfully, you will have to recover the money within the 30 days that has been stipulated by this committee, and show and bring the receipts of payments to the auditor's attention for onward submission to the Public Accounts Committee. Thank you.
Noted, Madam Chair. We are grateful. Thank you.
Chair, thank you. I think, it's finished. Once you conclude, let's leave it like.
Thank you. The next infraction is on paragraph 2123, and Honorable Shirley Che will take that one.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. This infraction is to do with unrecovered storage fees. The auditor noted that 65 institutions whose storage were with the department failed to pay the annual storage fee totaling 483,761 cedis. The auditors recommended that the director should instruct the accountant to recover the full amount. Management indicated that they are making efforts to recover the amount. Can you please brief the committee on the status of the recovery, please?
My name is Gregory Septimus Seche, Acting Head, Public Records and Archives Administration Department.
Can you speak
My
up?
name is Gregory Septimus Seche, Acting Head, Public Records and Archives Administration Department, PRAD. Mr. Chair, we have been able to recover 186,534 cedis, 80 pesos, out of the 483,761,017 pesos, representing 38.56%. Recovery effort is still ongoing to recover the rest of the 297,226 cedis, 38 pesos. So, Mr. Chair, this is the update of our recovery efforts.
Can the auditors please confirm that the said amount has been recovered?
Honorable Chair, we have a total recovery of 209,770.20, with an outstanding balance of 273,990.97. Ours is most updated, what we call status that we have. I think he mentioned a lower figure compared to what we have.
Sir, see, that shows the committee that you didn't come prepared. The auditors have a higher amount that you have recovered than you do. But you see, what is worrying is you are collecting these from EcoBank, Bank of Ghana, Siraj, Ghana Investment Promotion Center, Ghana Education Service, Ministry of Energy, Ministry of Interior, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Transport, Ministry of Tourism, and you cannot collect from these people? These are not individuals. These are ministries. So how much longer do we have to give you for you to recover these amounts?
Mr. Chair, we will continue.
That wasn't the question. Give me a specific date, and that date will expect that you'd have paid the money. I think we've danced around. We'll continue too many times.
Mr. Chair, of the belief that within 2 months we should be able to do most of the collection.
2 months, noted.
Yes.
That's starting from today.
Yes, please, and update Auditor General with the latest reports.
No, you collect 2 months, you collect all of it. The balance.
The balance, will do our best because some of the state institutions, it's difficult to...
If you do your best to collect, we will do our best in paying you. Give me a specific time that you collect the balance.
We'll look at 6 months, Mr. Chair.
Oh, no.
What?
Yeah. The challenge, Mr. Chair, is that the state institution, most of them find it difficult to respond to our... So we write as a reminder to enable them fulfill their mandate.
Mr. Chair, there's one here for 313 cedis, and you are telling us that the state institution cannot pay 313 cedis. Sir, there's one for 313 cedis, 20 pesos, and you are saying we should give you 6 months to collect 313 cedis, 20 pesos.
Mr. Chair, I'm of the belief that by then we should be able to collect.
We are sorry, 6 months. You cannot use 6 months to collect 313 cedis, 20 pesos from one ministry. From the banks, why should we give you 6 months to collect 30,000 Ghana cedis from one bank?
Okay. Madam Chair, with the update I have here, EcoBank has paid because the list I have, private institutions, they are left with 6 institutions to pay. And all the
I am speaking to the reports. Look at page 474, number 25. It's 30,932, and it's not in the name of EcoBank. So, sir, head of Office of Civil Service, 6 months, no.
Yeah. Chair, distinguished members, we've had difficulties, and I can understand Pratt's predicament. Pratt is one of the institutions that is highly anemic in terms of funding. They have discharged a lot of obligations in the past. And Chair, as you are aware, their intervention was very critical in Ghana winning this case against with Côte d'Ivoire, for instance. The records they provided proved extremely useful for the type of determination that the court had to make. But the stark reality is that they are really anemic. And part of the problem is simply because when they have even rendered normal, mundane, routine services to our public sector institutions, unfortunately, they have found it very difficult to pay. So not holding brief for the head, but I can understand sometimes what would you do, government to government? The finance is on, right? The Ministry of Finance that has to even do the releases.
Bank of Ghana, 8,200, and you are saying Bank of Ghana cannot pay 8,200 Ghana cedis for services rendered?
We're looking at the totality.
Well, I'm sure the governor has heard us, and the governor will make payments.
So I'm sure this intervention will help us So that is sometimes the problems that we've had with the government.
I'm told Ministry of Finance owes 84,000.
Yes, so
I'm sure Honorable Atoforsen has heard us, and then he redeemed 84,000 Ghana cedis.
We are grateful.
But this is not a job that we should do for you.
That's
you
true.
offer services, and people should pay for the services you render to them.
Precisely.
So maybe you should also change the way and manner in which you run the place. Maybe that will bring in more money, and you can raise more money through and the services you offer.
Thank you very much. Well noted.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chair, I think this brings out the question of internal control weaknesses. It's been very rough dealing with the infractions of this particular team. And I just, with your permission, want to find out from the head of service what internal measures he's putting in place to ensure that these infractions do not recur.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. It was disturbing, when because as a central management agency that has to exercise oversight, these are infractions that you don't want to see. Because you come to equity, you come with clean hands, for instance. So what we have decided to do, immediately when I saw the report and I indicated that we've had several meetings, the immediate reaction was to make some overhaul with regards to the various institutions and the structures and the personnel. But I thought that let me wait for them to clear the mess. You understand? Because they cannot, if there is a mess or there are infractions, they cannot leave for others to come and clear. So I took a decision that let them stay to deal with all those outstanding issues, and then we can undertake some tree and root and branch reforms of the personnel and sector and so on. And then, of course, the internal mechanisms, strengthening internal audit systems, and making sure that quarterly reports are received at the headquarters, which quarterly reports will then give us indication of how well they are managing their affairs and so on. So those are the systems that I have put in place to ensure that we can monitor so that external auditors will not be able to come and see these infractions. We'll deal with them internally before they are escalated. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yes, but you see, so I really want to find out from you. I know state institutions that rely on the services of private companies, and they are paying so much, and the storage of information, their documents and all of that. So what really is the challenge? Is it with the law that establishes your authority? What is the challenge?
Mr. Chair, the issue is that we collect storage fees by the end of the year. So when it's middle of the year, we write as a reminder their bills and outstanding to settle. So when we give them some few weeks and they are not responding whilst others do, we follow up to remind them that they owe us and they have to fulfill their obligation. So the challenge is when you go, at times they'll tell you that, they are working on it, they are processing it. So that has been the major challenge for us.
You see, the reason I ask this is that you are mandated by law. There's an act that establishes, I think Act 535, that establishes your. So you are backed by law. If private institutions are able to engage government agencies and take money from them and they pay, and you are failing to do that, that means that you are not doing your work well. You are really not doing your work well. For me, that is the conclusion.
Okay, let's move on. The next infraction is on paragraph 2111, and that is by Honorable Nakoyo.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Page 471, paragraph 211, underpayments of bungalow rents by staff of Koforidua. So Regulation 46 of the Public Financial Management Regulations 2019, LI 2378, requests that a principal spending officer shall ensure that non-tax revenue is efficiently collected. Paragraph 2112, additionally, the Ministry of Finance circular of 15th May 2006 also requires that occupants of government bungalows, flats and quarters pay 10% of their basic salary per month as rent. Now, in our review, we realized that 12 staff occupying government bungalows were underpaying their rents, resulting in difference of 13,414.75 pesos, yet to be recovered. Now, who is responsible at your office for ensuring that statutory deductions are effected monthly?
Honorable Madam Chair, is the principal.
And is the person aware of Regulation 46 of the Public Financial Management Regulations, which provides that occupants of government bungalows pay 10% of their salaries as rent?
Honorable Chair, that is true. Yes, they are aware.
So would you agree with me that this infraction occurred due to negligence?
Honorable Madam Chair, the affected officers started paying, they were paying, but they were not able to pay the 10%. Now, out of the 30,000, they've been able to pay 8,960, leaving outstanding rent of 5,318. And based on the earlier ruling from Madam Chair, the rest of the 5,000 will be recovered within the stipulated time given by Madam Chair.
What time did she speak? What time is that?
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
30 days from today.
30 days from today.
Yes, Madam Chair.
And what happens if you don't collect within 30 days? You will have to pay. And then you can take your time and collect from the people who are renting. The government wants this money and we need it. We'll take it either from you or from those people. 30 days. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, I even want to ask, if it were a private sector you are renting from, will you be doing this too?
That will be difficult, Mr. Chair.
Why difficult? Because it's a government property, so it's the same. It's because it's government, it's not private sector, so everything should go that way.
Mr. Chair, we have taken cue of this work, and we are going to apply ourselves seriously to all the discussion that is going on here to forestall future occurrences. Thank you.
Yes, madam.
Honorable Chair, I would like to know, is there a reason why these rents are not being deducted as source?
Honorable Madam Chair, these were situations I inherited, and as they have become audit issues now, we are finding proper way of addressing them so that to ensure that the right things are done, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So your right way is what? What measures are you taking?
Yes, Madam Nakoya.
I would like to know whether you have applied any necessary sanctions to the officers whose negligence resulted to these infractions?
Madam Chair, after the audit findings, we've given them time. So any sanction will come after they fail to comply with the existing arrangement that we put in place. But with this 30 days issue, we are going to be more aggressive to recover this, to avoid any embarrassing situation that will affect all of us.
I'm sure about that because within 30 days, he's going to pay 5,000. So he will find a way of collecting it from them. Yes. Clerk, you have it, take note of that because within 30 days, we want to make sure that you've paid this amount. Otherwise, we are coming after you. The next infraction is on paragraph 2115, and Honorable Simon will take care of that, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. It's an issue of underpayment of rent. Again, rent is running through. 5 staff underpaying rent, total of 7,674. Again, the question is, why has it been allowed to go on for such a long time? And what measures have been put in place to collect the money?
Madam Chair, as I did indicate, these were issues that happened before I took over. And as they have become issues of concern, we have put structures in place to collect all these, and they have even started paying up to now. If we were to focus on only these outstanding things, I could have assured you that they could have finished by now. But when the issue came, we decided that after from the time that they defaulted, they should pay all the outstanding money, rent up to now. So they started, but because of this audit issue, we just subtracted the one that affected this audit, the audit reporting period. And so I want to assure the House that with this 30 days hanging around my neck, it will be difficult for me to go and relax. So I just want to assure the House that because whatever we are doing here will be of benefit of all of us. And so we are taking this exercise very seriously. And from here, because they are watching me, and I believe when you are dealing with eternal things, sometimes people feel that they are personal issues. But as it has become a national issue now, and they are watching me for the wrong reasons, I believe all of them will support us to salvage this situation so that next time we come with clean hands when we come, when we come here again. We won't come here again.
You keep on saying when you took over. When did you take over? So when did you take over?
I took over 10 years ago. You cannot lie.
Hello, Chairman. Chairman. Gentlemen, you know you are under oath. Do you know that you are under oath?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
So are you taking this committee for granted or what?
Not at all.
Are you taking us for granted?
Not at all.
Then how will you be in office for 10 good years? We are talking about report, and you say report for 2024. You are talking about when you took over. Gentlemen, be serious. You are under oath. And then, these committees have powers of High Court. So you are under oath. It's an obligation on you to speak the truth.
Chair, with a sincere apology, I don't think that we will. I mean, this is a very, very serious national exercise. The office attaches very serious attention to this, importance to this. Parliament, we know the powers that are conferred on Parliament in terms of the oversight to ensure that the public purse is protected, to ensure that, in fact, it's the democratic phase of the country. and we know what it is that the powers that they have. I mean, the officer did not say that out of any malice. I was even surprised, but maybe he had inherited a system, and sometimes not until something become an audit issue, you may not have averted yourself to some of these maybe lapses that have occurred. And so what we are saying is that that is why the audit is important. Aristotle has said that public money should be distributed in public so that people can identify what the loopholes are. And I think that is the real essence of this exercise. We take cue, but we apologize that if we came across as somebody who is not taking the communities, I mean, we apologize for that, please. Thank you.
Right. So, sir, I want you to commit to this committee. We're on recess. When Parliament resumes, we will be submitting a report to the plenary. You have 30 days to recover all these monies. Aside reporting to the auditors, we want a written commitment from you. One, that in 30 days you are going to recover the money. After the 30 days, we want to see a report, attach all payment vouchers to it, and bring it to this committee. Can we get that commitment? I want you to say it live on TV.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Honorable Bauer, please.
Thank you, Chair. When he was saying when he took over, I want to find, does he still stand by that way that he just took over 10 years ago? Does he still stand by that assertion? Or he withdraws?
Madam Chair, I have revised my expression, my grammar. My position. I have withdrawn.
Okay, honorable members, we have a tall order to go this afternoon. So the next infraction is on 2119, and Honorable Edem Agbana will take that one.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, the next infraction also relates to unpaid rent of 77,350 Ghana cedis. But before I get to it, in the explanation of the head of civil service, he, in defending or trying to put up what I would call an excuse for the principal, he said maybe these things are systemic things that he may have inherited. But, Mr. Chair, I take a strong exception to that because as a principal or as the principal of the institution, the Public Financial Management Act and the regulation is supposed to be like your Bible, something you religiously read and understand, all that should guide all actions that you take within the institution. And when you look at Regulation 46 of the Public Financial Management Regulations, it is clearly stated that within 24 hours, all non-tax revenue collected must be lodged into the account. And these things are even supposed to be deducted at source. And across all the institutions, there is blatant disregard for this particular act. So I want to ask him if this is the first time he's coming into contact with the Public Financial Management Act and the regulations, and why he disregarded or he allowed his officers to disregard this particular provision throughout his tenure of administration.
Madam Chair, this was not intentional. The affected officers actually started paying the money, but it wasn't up to the 10%. And we...
Mr. Chair, my question is not about whether they have started paying. It's about whether he, as the principal, is aware of the regulations that guides the collection of this rent.
Madam Chair, I'm aware.
So, you are aware. is that an admission that you have been negligent all these years? Because you know the law, but you were not, complying with the law. Is that an admission of negligence?
Madam Chair, this was oversight.
Let me come here, please.
Okay, so with this 77,350 Ghana cedis, the last time I checked, it can provide at least 2 boreholes. When are we getting this money? When are we going to recover the money?
Within the 30 days that Madam Chair has ruled.
See, sir, what is disheartening is 2021, out of the 77,000, 2021, the amount due was 24,000. They paid 8,600. 2022, amount owed was 24,000. They paid 10,000. 2023, another 24,000. They paid 0. 2024, amount is 24,000. They paid 0. And I know that you just took over 10 years ago. This was all during your time. So 30 days, this will be collected.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. I think the 77,000 is not. Sorry, I think that one is not from GSS. That amount is Institute of Technical Supervision.
Institute of what?
Technical Supervision. My name is Michael Kufinyakum, the acting principal.
And that is you?
Yes, please.
And you should have collected this amount?
Yes, please.
Oh, and the other guy was sitting down, taking your blame, and you are sitting here smiling. Sir, why haven't you collected this amount?
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Actually,
Madam Chair.
Sorry, Mr. Chair.
Is that what you referred to me?
Sorry, Mr. Chair.
The last time I checked, I was a guy.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, Honorable.
Yes, sir. I'm listening.
Yes, sir. This is a facility rented by the Wejak Municipal Assembly. They are renting our facility, and since I took over in 2023, these monies have been outstanding, and I have been writing officially to the Assembly and following up. What we are very close, but we are just adjacent the Assembly. So I've been working in there regularly to collect this money, but they have refused over the past time to pay the money. So the new municipal chief executive who just took over, I went to him, I think second I wrote to him and I followed up in person to inquire about the payment. He said he had just taken over, so I should give him some time to understand the issue and then see how best he can make payments. So yesterday he issued a letter to me that is engaging management. They are going to take steps to make payments. So he has assured me that I should relax, the money will be paid.
Did you say yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday.
You can't be serious.
But I've been going there every time. But only yesterday they gave me a written consent commitment. I showed them the thing has escalated to park and we need evidence of their commitment.
Because they knew you were coming to Public Accounts Committee.
Yes,
that's
saw
why
the
they
report.
gave you this.
The auditor they saw the report.
Sir.
They saw the report.
That is a story that we have heard.
Yes, please.
We want the money.
Yes.
When are we going to get the money?
So I'll plead that maybe you can give me some time, maybe after the end of this year to collect all the money.
Some time is not definite.
End of the year.
Hi.
Yes, please.
End of the year. To collect how much?
This is a different, the local government, the assembly. And we have, they have a problem and process are trying to understand the rent agreement and everything. So the MC has requested for some time to.
Sir, I think in your case, 60 days will be more than enough. Because the assemblies just got common fund.
Yes.
They have common fund sitting over there. All of us sitting here, we are members of parliament.
Yes.
When they get common fund, we know, and they have common fund.
All right, sir.
60 days is enough for you.
All right, sir.
If not, you'll be using your salary to pay for this. So then you can wait the next 10 years. You collect the money.
All right, sir. Thank you very much.
So 60 days for you.
Notice, sir.
Auditors take note, and clerk take note of that one also. Okay, you are discharged.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We'll call Gender Ministry, please.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. We are grateful.
Respectfully, Office of Head of Civil Service, I'm told there's one last question, so please.
We have been recalled. That's one last question. You keep it there. Keep it here. But
Honorable, go ahead and ask the question, please.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I'm grateful because this infraction relates to a very basic procedure associated with consultancy services that your department took to undertake. And it is grounded on Regulation 46 of the Public Financial Management Regulation 2019, LI 2378, which requires the principal spending officer to ensure the efficient collection of non-tax revenue. Indeed, the auditors indicated that, and I quote, "We noted that the department had undertaken consultancy services for some ministries, departments, totaling 81,500 Ghana cedis, for which they had defaulted in making payments." And, Honorable Chair, with your leave, I walked through the details. Management review for Ministry of Works and Housing, Ministry of Finance.
Honorable, is it under Works and Housing?
No, it's under management services that this entity provided. It's part of the question. It's part of the audit, the paragraph 2128. It's stated clearly there. Office of Head of Civil Service. They also did establishment level consultancy job for Ghana Gaming Commission, Ministry of Fisheries and Aquaculture Development, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Education, operational organizational manual for the Ministry of Fisheries, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, Office of Head of Civil Service, Government Secretarial, Ministry of Chieftaincy, Department of Labor, Coastal Development Authority, Ministry of Health,
Department of Cooperatives, Ministry of Works and Housing, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Finance, Government Secretarial School, Ministry of Chieftaincy, Ministry or Information Services Department, the National House of Chiefs, Ministry of Sanitation and Water Resources, and Government Secretarial also benefited from operational manual development for these entities. These entities benefited from your services and to the total amount of 81,500 Ghana cedis, and there was default in collection of the fees. Now, this is what the auditors recommended, and I quote, "We recommend that the director should ensure that the accountant recovers the total amount of 81,500 Ghana cedis from the defaulters, and same be paid into the Auditor General's recoveries account at the Bank of Ghana, failing which the director should pay." Now, this is a response from the auditee. Management acknowledged the recommendation and indicated that efforts were being made to collect the outstanding fees from the MDAs. My question, Honorable Chair, what is the status of collection? Have we collected the amounts? And if not, why?
Honorable Chair, I'm the Executive Secretary, Management Services Department. My name is Jonathan Tetelati. Recovery efforts in collection have already started. We've actually sent demand letters to all the institutions that have defaulted. And we've so far collected from 11 institutions. That's about 17.9% of the total amount. But I think we should be more aggressive in the collection. And I have scheduled myself to actually do this collection. I'm actually debt collector number 1, and I'm ensuring that is done. We actually have assurances from most of the chief directors in payments. So it's ongoing. The recovery effort is ongoing.
Chair, before you come in, just to ride on what he just said, I was wondering how, for instance, a department under me, and I tax the department. In fact, the MSD is a consultant of the civil service in terms of development of our manuals, the scheme of service. In fact, indeed, in the realignment that we just did, reconfiguration of the ministries in terms of their mandate, in terms of their vision, etc., they led the pack, to be able to and then, of course, the postings of, almost 400 staff that had lost out as a result of the realignment we had. So it is an institution under me that I can task to help me to function. And so when I saw my name there as the office of, I said, why do I have to pay for instance, Parliament asking the Public Account Committee to do a work, and Parliament has to pay the committee to do the work. So for others, yes, you can collect them. But if you are charging OACS, I want to tell you that I won't pay. And then, of course, then GSS will not. That is an institution that is a department I task to do some work for me to strengthen my outfit. I hope you understand. So that is, but for the other institutions, yes, we need to strengthen the collection effort. But if you are going to take money from your father, I'm telling you that I will not pay. But we will help you to collect from the other chief directors so that we can strengthen your outfit to deliver. So I want the chair to appreciate that this is my tool that is used in the management of the service as an institution, and I can tax them from time to time to undertake some exercises. And I was wondering why I'll have to pay them if I sanction them to do work for which reason they have been established. Chair, I humbly submit. Thank you.
So how much of this amount have you collected? Use your microphone so that the whole country will hear your response.
So far, we've collected from 5 institutions, and it's ongoing.
That wasn't my question.
14,500 so far.
Out of the 81,000?
Yes.
So if you take your father out of it, OACS, when are you going to complete the collection of these amounts?
Honorable Chair, if I can be given about 60 days.
60 days?
Yes.
Granted.
Yeah. Thank
60
you.
days. And you bring us a report.
I
60
will.
days, that's, you have collected everything. Because if not, your salary will be paying for it.
Honorable Chair, I'll do my best.
No, this is not about doing your best. How long have you been there, sir?
1.5 years.
You've been there 1.5
Yes.
years. You took over only 1.5 years.
Yeah.
Somebody took over 10 years and it's Honorable member, are we okay?
Honorable Chair, with all due respect, I think that the amount involved it's relatively low, and considering that, I mean, in Parliament, with the knowledge of what the resources that have been made available to all these MDAs that we are aware of, payment of these amounts that we see here, 5,000, 3,000, and the rest of it, I think that within 30 days, that should be enough for you to make efforts to collect.
Honorable
Also, their father, the indication that their father will not pay. In fact, they occupy, of the 26 names that we have, their father is only occupying 2 places. So it's a very small and negligible amount of the what will be taken out. The rest, I think that it has to be collected. Thank you.
Honorable member, do you want to overrule the chairman from 60 days to 30 days?
No, Chairman.
All right. Thank you very much. You are now discharged. Let's call the Ministry of...
Thank you very much.
Gender.
We are grateful
Thank you very
for
much
the opportunity. Thank you.
Clerk, have they been sworn in? Could they be sworn in, please?
I swear by the Almighty God that the evidence I shall give before this committee touching the matter in issue shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Honorable Minister, could you introduce yourself and your team, please?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. My name is Agnes Namumulati, Member of Parliament for the Kruger Constituency and the Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection. And I have with me my staff. They will do self-introduction, please.
Thank you, Honorable. Afisa Zakaria, the Chief Director of the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection.
Vido Uswa-Mensah, Director, Human Resource Directorate of the Ministry.
Vincent Yebo-Esiama, Chief Accountant of the Ministry.
Alina Parisedu, Director of Finance of the Ministry.
Thank you very much. Your infraction is on paragraph 2049, and Honorable Enim will take you, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chairman, this infraction has to do with unserved bond period, and the amount involved is 54,665 Ghana cedis. So the auditors noted that one Kennedy Osei, an assistant director of the ministry, was granted a 2-year steady leave with pay to pursue a PhD at the Queensland University in Australia from 30th January 2017 to February 2019. The auditors also noted that the same Dr. Kennedy Osei was also declined a 9-month leave of absence after they had extended his study leave period to enable him to complete his program. This was a 3-year extension. The auditors also observed that Kennedy Osei benefited from Get Fund scholarship to the tune of 125,000 Australian dollars, and also had allowances of 49,400 US dollars as allowances alone. Then Dr. Osei, upon return to post on 13 September 2022, only served for 8 months, after which he took 36 days annual leave and later resigned from the civil service, effective 15th of August 2023. Madam Minister, the recommendation was for the Chief Director to recover the amount of 54,664.91 Ghana cedis. What has been done so far on this?
Thank you. Honorable Chair, with your kind permission, indulge my Chief Director to respond to.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Please, the Director, HR will respond to the question. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Honorable Chair, so Dr. Kennedy Osei is a former staff of the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection. And in 2017, he obtained steady leave with pay from the Office of the Head of Civil Service, which is our employer, and also the Central Management Agency responsible for the human resources management of the entire civil service. This steady leave with pay facility was for a period of 2 years. In 2019, when his time was up for him to return, he asked for extension, but the Office of the Head of Civil Service declined this leave and gave him steady leave without pay for him to complete the program. He again asked for an additional extension. In fact, if you look at the number of times he requested, he was given about 3 years extension without pay. And he reported to post in 2022. When he reported, we duly informed the Office of the Head of Civil Service that he has returned from the steady leave facility that was granted him. Now, he resigned in 2023, in August 2023, and the office reported this resignation to the Office of the Head of Civil Service for their approval. and then the ministry took the steps to discontinue immediately his salary in August 2023. Thank you very much. This is the update.
Madam Director, HR,
Yes,
the
sir.
question I asked was simple. How much of this has been recovered to date? Not the history about the leave and all that. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. So, when we reported the matter to the Office of the Head of Civil Service, they engaged him and then gave him the terms and then how much should be recovered and then paid to government. So far, he has paid 3,000 cedis out of the total amount, that out of 19,000, 19,000 and something.
Madam Director, HR,
Yes, sir.
I know of this 19,000 issue, but then the auditors, after reconciliation, also found out that there was no record to ascertain the 34,000 that you had claimed was in question. So the total amount to be refunded by Dr. Kennedy Osei is supposed to be 54,000, not the 19,000 you are referring to.
So
then again, my next question will be to the auditors. Auditors, can you confirm whether 3,000 Ghana cedis has been received? And also confirm to us the 54,000 after your reconciliation with Dr. Kennedy Osei.
Honorable Chair, we don't have any evidence to the fact that 3,000 has been recovered. That has not been made available to us. And secondly, if you look at the report, per our reconciliation and the payroll records available, the 54,000 still stands. And so we disagree on the fact that the person is supposed to pay 19,000 instead of the 54,000. Per the payroll records, the individual involved received salary for the period they are indicating that the salary was not paid to the person. And so as far as we are concerned, we are supposed to recover the entire amount of 54,000 from the individual involved.
Madam
The
Director,
payment of 3,000 has not been given to us. We don't have any evidence to that effect.
Madam Director HR, so two questions. What's the evidence that we have received 3,000? Then the next question will be, what was the basis for the agreement for Dr. Kennedy Osei to pay only 19,000 when indeed he's supposed to refund 54,000?
Okay, thank you very much. So, as I indicated earlier on, his resignation was forwarded to the Office of the Head of Civil Service for their information and their approval. So, they engaged Dr. Kennedy Osei and not the ministry because they had granted the leave to Dr. Kennedy Osei.
Madam Director HR, over here is the management response I'm referring to. And the management response came from the ministry, not civil service. So what was the basis for the ministry to now say that it is 19,000 and not 54,000? Because this response came from management, not from the civil service. So what evidence is available to you to say that it is only 19 and not 54,000?
Please, this information came from the Office of the Head of Civil Service, and we provided the information to the auditors when they
Madam,
came.
we are speaking to a report by the Auditor General, not something that you have put on paper to come and tell us. So can you kindly respond to the Auditor General's report and not something that you know? But we have called you here because there's a report citing an infraction against the Gender Ministry. So respectfully, can you speak to the report?
Madam Director HR, since you have indicated you received this evidence from the Head of Civil Service, has this evidence been provided to the Audit Service? Since you received that from the Civil Service, has that been given to the auditors for verification?
Yes, please. We submitted copies of the receipts as received from Office of the Head of Civil Service to the auditors.
Okay, auditors, do you have anything to say on this?
Honorable Chair, as I indicated earlier, we don't have any evidence to that.
Okay. Madam Director HR, do we know the whereabouts of Dr. Kennedy Osei? Is he still in the country or he's gone away?
Please, the ministry has no idea where he is. When he tendered in his resignation, we have no idea whether he's still in the country or not.
Has there been any official report or complaint on Dr. Kennedy Osei to any of our security agencies?
In fact, Office of the Head of Civil Service, when we submitted the resignation to them, they engaged him. So as we speak, the matter is, or the issue is between the Office of the Head of Civil Service and Dr. Kennedy Osei. So we cannot tell whether they have reported him to any of the security agencies.
Madam Director HR, the recommendation from the auditors was not for civil service to recover the money. It was for the Chief Director to recover, take steps to recover. Since we have the Chief Director here, I think that it is right that she respond to this, because this recommendation was to her to recover the amount and not the civil service.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, we wrote to Office of the Head of Civil Service to demand follow-up because...
Madam, raise up the mic so that we can, the country can hear you.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, the Head of Civil Service, they are the employers of Kennedy.
Chief Director, we know this. There's a specific question. Can you please go straight to it? If you can't, you can ask for permission to go and come back properly after conferring with your minister and whoever you need to confer with to give us the right update. Respectfully, let's not dance around this. The Director HR has made it a point that it's Head of Civil Service, so she's washed her hands off it. Now, the report says the Chief Director should do the needful. If you also cannot, please, you have a new minister. Speak to the minister and see how best you can solve this. And let's not dance and dally around this thing, because we also have another agency to take care of, respectfully.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. We wrote to the Head of Civil Service. I have a copy of the letter here, telling them of the pending $54,000 that Kennedy is supposed to refund. The Head of Service liaised with Get Fund, because the Get Fund awarded him the scholarship. They did their calculations and then came out with $19,000. That is the amount Kennedy is supposed to pay. We also wrote a letter to the Head of Civil Service as a follow-up so that they will report whether Kennedy has paid, because the salaries are between them, not to us.
Chief Director, respectfully, you had the auditors come to your end.
Yes.
The auditors, I'm sure, gave you a basis for the 54. Did you or did you not ask the auditors for the basis of the 54,000?
No, they did their calculation and gave us. So we presented that to...
And you did not ask for the basis of their calculation?
Yeah, they used the months Kennedy was away.
A whole ministry, the audit service gives you a figure as to a particular issue, and you just pick it and send to Get Fund without asking them for clarification as to why they arrived at. Certainly, there is a reason why they arrived at the 54,000. We would want to find out the reason why they arrived at the 54,000.
Yes, with it, they used the amount Dr. Kennedy received plus the salaries he received. So they summed up everything to that amount. So when they presented that amount to us, we wrote to Office of the Head of Civil Service to inform them. On our part, we stopped his salary. Immediately we heard that he had resigned, we stopped the salary. And then we wrote to Office of the Head of Civil Service to notify them. And then we also followed up so that they could retrieve the monies. And they held a meeting with Get Fund. The Get Fund awarded the scholarship to Dr. Kennedy. So they sat with the Get Fund, and then they arrived at the 19,000 because he came back.
So what was the basis for the 19,000 from Get Fund, please?
Okay. that we will not have that information because it was between his employer
So then on what
and the
basis
one who
are you
awarded
saying
it.
that they should pay the 19,000 if you yourself don't know why Get Fund arrived at 19,000? This is money. And so if someone gives you a figure to pass on to somebody, you should find out how they arrived at the 19,000. But if you tell us that you don't know and that it's Get Fund that gave you the 19,000, so you have passed it on, respectfully, I don't think this is the way to go about things. The Auditor General has stated 54,000. They gave a basis for the 54,000. Get Fund has stated 19,000. Tell us a basis for Get Fund arriving at the 19,000. You are not able to tell us, but you are able to pass it on to Head of Civil Service, to pass it on to Dr. Kennedy Osei, to pay that amount. Respectfully, we cannot override what the auditors have said.
We have it here.
Thank you.
We have every detail here.
So share with us.
OACS wrote back to us. This was 1st October 2024. So the report is here.
So share with us how they arrived at the 19,000. You have shared with us how they arrived at the 54,000. Share with us the 19,000.
Let me read. Can I read, please? They said at the initial instance, the Office of the Head of Civil Service, in a letter number AC dated 12 October 2023, requested Dr. Kennedy Osei to redeem a bond of 53,758 cedis, 7 pesos. This amount included 9 months of salary of 34,459 cedis, 56 pesos, which was inadvertently included in the total figure. Consequently, the sum of 34,459 cedis, 56 pesos, was deducted from 53,758 cedis, 7 pesos, resulting in an outstanding amount of 19,325 cedis, 51 pesos. In view of this, the Office of the Head of Civil Service, in a letter number AC 100/448/101E, dated 2nd November 2023, requested Dr. Kennedy Osei to refund an amount of 19,325 cedis, 51 pesos, to redeem his bond. All his guarantors were copied. This office subsequently accepted a schedule of payment by Dr. Osei Kennedy, which was 1,000 cedis a month, into the consolidated fund account at the Controller and Accountant General's Department. It should be noted that Dr. Kennedy Osei has so far paid only 3,000 Ghana cedis out of the 19,325 cedis, 50 pesos. Copies of receipts attached. Trust this explanation meets your expectations. Signed by Madam Elizabeth Obin, Director, RTDD, Head of the Civil Service.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chief Director. All that was read to us, the auditors reviewed and confirmed. From the audit position, all these amounts we are talking about were actually paid to him during the period. So the justification from the Head of Civil Service and Get Funds Reconciliation does not even come in here. So what, as a ministry, you are expected to do is to call Mr. Kennedy Osei back and explain this is the audit position and that the total amount owed is 54,000 and not 19,000. These are monies he received, and he has not denied from any of the facts we have available that he did not receive those monies. So, Madam Chief Director, the other issue we have now is that the 3,000 Ghana cedis that has been received so far, there is no evidence available to the auditors. So how was this money received, and what's the evidence available now for the auditors to also confirm?
Honorable, the Office of the Head of Civil Service, they provided the accounts. We are not privy to the accounts and its content. So payment was done directly into the account. They wrote to us indicating the
Chief
amount.
Director, respectfully, you were coming here. What stopped you from going for evidence? You were coming here and you know you have been cited for such an infraction. So nothing stopped you from going for the evidence from Office of the Head of Civil Service that, to come at least show to the auditors for the auditors to clear. Or that should be the job of the Public Accounts Committee.
Honorable Chair, we wrote to them, but unfortunately we haven't received updates from them.
We always hide from this
The
mantra.
letter
We
is
wrote
here.
to them. That letter is not enough. Your office and the Office of Head of Civil Service, how many kilometers? There are times that you just need to go the extra mile to settle things that need to be settled, to clear it once and for all in the Auditor General's report. It is not okay for us to say we have written to them, then we wave a letter. That is not enough. We all need to go the extra mile to make sure we do things properly. So, Chief Director, this is not enough. You knew you were coming here. At least they also were here this afternoon. If for nothing at all, you should have conferred with them that we are all coming here. Can you give me evidence to show that clearly they have paid 3,000? But you come, you say they have paid 3,000. The auditors say they haven't received or they haven't seen evidence to that effect, and you just wave a letter that we wrote to them. That is not enough, respectfully.
Honorable Chair, respectfully, we wrote to them, we followed up, we were with them. Even here, we persuaded them to sit so that at least we could respond to the query together, but unfortunately, they didn't yield any positive results.
Madam Chief Director, how long was he supposed to serve? What was the length of the bond? Speak through the microphone, please.
4 years, please.
And how much of time did he serve?
He served 8 months. 8 months.
Speak in the microphone, please.
He served 8 months.
8 months, yes, out of the 4 years.
Yes.
And so it means, and then they said we only owe him, he only owes 3,000. 19,000.
19,000.
Oh, Dr. Kennedy Osei, the country sent you to Australia. You got your PhD. Thank you very much. But look at your negligence. It has brought the ministry, the chief, the minister, the ministry over here because of your negligence. Hey, so tomorrow, should we sponsor somebody else to go and get a PhD? Dr. Kennedy Osei, come and pay and then make sure that, you redeem these people. Come and redeem yourself. Dr. Kennedy Osei, I know you are watching us. Dr. Kennedy Osei, come and pay this amount. Madam, when he signed the bond, I'm sure he had guarantees. People guaranteed for him, didn't he?
Yes, please.
And have you called any of the guarantees?
The OACS followed up, and that they were not responding. So
they were not responding?
Yes, please.
Me, the way I do my stuff is that when you owe me, I call the police. You call the police, they will go after him. This is fraud. This is fraud. You are supposed to serve 4 years, you serve 8 months, and then you go away. Dr. Kennedy will say, you are watching us, come and pay. Otherwise, we will take the next step. The next infraction is on paragraph 2049, and it's unaccounted revenue of 14,210. We recommend that the director should recover the total amount with interest. Has this amount been collected?
Honorable Chair, we have just one question.
This was on Department of Social Welfare.
They are not under our ministry. They are under local government service.
They are under local government service. Clerk, the one, take note over there. Social welfare is under local government service. Madam, speak through the microphone.
Honorable Chair, the regional level and district level, they are under the local government service.
The regional
we have
and the
just
district
the
level.
headquarters.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
You have the headquarters here, but
Yes,
at the region and the district level, they are under the
local government service. But we also have institutions, rehab centers, and then the children's homes.
Under gender?
Under the headquarters, gender ministry.
Please come again. I'm a bit, because
the ministry,
it's the same social welfare.
Social welfare under the Ministry of Gender, Children, and Social Protection is decentralized. So we have the headquarters here under the ministry. And then at the regional level, regional social welfare, they fall under the local government service.
So where do they derive their salaries from? Local government or
Local
gender
government.
ministry?
Everything is under
local government.
the local government.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Minister, it's unfortunate that you have to go through this, but that is the nature of the job.
Honorable Chair, when this thing came to my attention, we made several efforts, especially with Dr. Kennedy Osei's case. Even here, I tried to draw the attention of the head of service to stay, because they said they had written to the Attorney General. We don't have evidence to that effect. And if you look at it, even though the Chief Director is to demand and make sure that the payment is done, much of the responsibility is at their end. Aside the letters that were written to them, we've been to their office to ensure that we get some concrete evidence before appearing before this August committee. Unfortunately, that wasn't done. But I turned and only checked and realized that they had left. And so we take the responsibility. We'll work with them to see what we can do about this situation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam. You are discharged. Now we call Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Clark, can we swear in the minister and his people?
Swear by the Almighty God.
Swear by the Almighty God.
That the evidence I shall give before this committee.
That the evidence I shall give before this committee.
Touching the matter in issue.
Touching the matter in issue.
Shall be the truth.
Shall be the truth.
The whole truth.
The whole truth.
And nothing but the truth.
And nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you.
When you were the
Honorable Minister, could you introduce yourself and then your delegation also introduce themselves?
Thank you, Chair. I'm here in the capacity as the Deputy Foreign Affairs Minister, Honorable James Jachi-Kwesen. And with me is my team here from the Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration Bureau. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Minister?
I'm Ambassador Ramses Joseph Cleland, Chief Director of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Chief Director, who is the Chief Director?
I'm sorry, please.
Director, where is your minister?
Minister is on an official trip accompanying the President to Japan, please.
All right.
Thank you.
My name is Ambassador Khadija Idrisu, Acting Coordinating Director.
My name is Solomon Akwa, Director of Internal Audit.
My name is Bafo Che, Director of Finance.
I am Divina Ajua Seneju, Director Human Resource and Administration. Thank you.
Okay, your infraction starts from paragraph 1683, and Honorable Bauer will handle that for you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And Minister of Foreign Affairs. The said paragraph relates to an earned salary. The auditors in the review of your books realized that 3 foreign service officers continued to appear on the electronic salary payment voucher of the ministry between October 2020 and July 2023. As a result of that, an amount of 69,585.91 Ghana cedis was paid to their respective bank accounts, even though they were receiving their salaries at the mission. And so the auditors recommended that the Chief Director should recover the said 69,585.91 Ghana cedis with interest at the prevailing Bank of Ghana rates from the 3 officers and pay same into the Auditor General's recovery account. How have you done that? Have you collected this money?
Mr. Chair, thank you very much. If I may, Mr. Edison Agbenyega and Stella Anna Kwafo, who are staff of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, have fully refunded the amount standing in their names. Evidence of this has been submitted to the Auditor General's representatives, please. There is one other person who is Ms. Vida Mensah Kwache. She is working under the research department. And I spoke with the Director General of the research department, who indicated that the records available to him do not show double salary. However, he is prepared to show evidence of that, but the evidence was not made available to me. Thank you.
Chief Director, do you have, once you knew you were appearing before the committee, at least the evidence that he says he has, that shows that Madame Vida Mensah has not, was entitled to the money, should have been brought here so that at least we can clear the issues. Now, the remaining 2, the recommendation was that they should pay with the prevailing Bank of Ghana interest rate. Did you collect the interest on this?
Yes, please. The evidence has been made available to the representatives of the Auditor General. And as for the officer from the research department, the best I could do was to forward a copy of the reports. So they have been given the reports, and they have indicated that they would respond. But that's the best I could do, Mr. Chair.
Auditors, can you confirm that 2 of the staff have paid their monies? That is Edison and then Stella. They paid their monies with the interest as recommended.
Honorable Chair, with your permission, I will defer to the branch head for Foreign Affairs to respond to the infractions relating to Foreign Affairs. Thank you.
I'm Gloria Osa from an Assistant Auditor General. Yes, I can confirm that the 2 people that he mentioned have paid their amounts in full. For the 3rd person, who happens to be a staff of the research department, who was on postings in the mission, she's paid 7,689 out of her total indebtedness. She's left with 4,407 to pay. So I'm surprised they are saying that she is not supposed to pay that amount. She's not supposed to refund the salaries that was paid to her.
It means that the auditors are more abreast than the chief director.
Please, they are not our officers. They are not under my ministry. They are from the research department. So they provide their documentation to the auditors, and I can only get commitments from them. I can't do more than that. Thank you.
Chairman. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bow, please. Chief Director, please, do you know you are under oath?
Yes, please.
So you knew that this research department is not under you. Why are you owning up and claiming as if they are under you?
Respectfully, Mr. Chair, I have not, as to the best of my knowledge, owned up. I'm only responding as far as I can to the reports. I have sent the reports which pertains to the research department to the research department. And the head of the research department indicated to me that he will respond. So coming here, I could only account for the officers who are working in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, not in the research department.
You make mention that they did not, the lady in question did not take any money. It's not double salary. You mentioned it. I'm not.
No, I'm saying that is what the research department director told me. But that means that he has to respond to that officially to the Public Accounts Committee. But this is what he told me because I had conversation with him. So I can only repeat what he said, but he has not written, he has not, to the best of my knowledge, given me evidence of that. But he has, as I'm hearing, made that, giving that evidence to the Auditor General's representatives.
Chief Director.
Yes, please.
Did he communicate with you orally or in writing?
I spoke with him knowing that I was coming here. I spoke with him, please.
So it was a verbal thing?
Yes, please. But we forwarded a copy of the Auditor General's report to the Research Department for them to answer.
But when you are meeting a committee of parliament, it's just like meeting the High Court.
I understand that, sir.
You are coming with a hearsay. And then auditors are saying, I know she owed. You are telling us that she didn't owe it.
Respectfully, Chair, I did not affirm that as a fact. Okay. I only said that after speaking with him, this is what he indicated to me.
All right, we'll move on.
Yes,
we'll move on because you have too many infractions. The next infraction is that, yes. The balance, yes.
Chief Director, once you are liaising with them, maybe you have to let the director of the research department know that they've paid the amount and there's a balance of 4,000 there
4,407.
The amount that have been recouped is left 4,407 Ghana cedis. And then they should take steps to pay it off.
Respectfully, sir. Thank you.
The Chairman, that's all for me.
Thank you very much. The next infraction is on paragraph 1690. And Honorable Jeffrey Kinney will take that.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Sorry. Let's hold on, please. Let's go to paragraph 1686 first. And Honorable Shirley Che will take that.
This infraction is to do with the Ankara machine. The auditors, during their audit, noted that between December 2021 and December 2023, an accountable interest of 270,397.72 Turkish lira and 10,245.81 euros, which was granted to the head of mission and other officers for their official duties on behalf of the mission, have not been retired. And the auditor recommended that the chief director should make efforts to recover this amount and pay same into the account of the Auditor General Recoveries account. I would like to know what steps you've taken in recovering this amount.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. If I may, the officers have refunded the said amount totaling 19,107 Ghana cedis into the Auditor General's recoveries account at the Bank of Ghana. The evidence has been submitted to the Auditor General's representatives, please. Thank you.
Can you repeat the amount that's been paid? Can you repeat, please?
The amount paid is 19,107 Ghana cedis.
Out of? You wait.
Oh, I'm sorry. Forgive me. I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong document. It's 16,326 euros has been retired by the concerned officers. Evidence has been forwarded to the Auditor General's representatives. I'm sorry.
So they've paid in full?
They have paid in full. Yes, please.
Can the auditor please confirm this?
Please, I can confirm that it's been paid in full.
You, Honorable Chair.
All right, now let's go to Honorable Jeffrey Kinney. At paragraph 1690.
This infraction can be found on page 381, paragraph 1690, 1691, and 1692. A report from the Auditor General did indicate that 3 officers, namely Ms. Wasila Hussein, Ms. Nanaya Ofosuhima Wadi, Mrs. Emma Hiniwa H. Mensah, who were on mission, earned salaries from Ghana and from abroad, totaling 19,106.97. The Auditor General recommended that the said amount be retrieved by the Chief Director and the validators with interest on the Bank of Ghana interest rate. Payable to the Ghana recovery, payable to the Auditor General recovery account. Failure to do that, the Chief Director and the validators should pay. I want to ask whether they've been able to retrieve such an amount.
Mr. Chair, if I may, the officers have refunded the said amount, totaling 19,107 Ghana cedis into the Auditor General's recoveries account at the Bank of Ghana. The evidence has been submitted to the Auditor General's representatives. Thank you.
Auditors, can you prove any evidence? Can you confirm?
Honorable, please, we can confirm that the amount has been fully refunded.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
The next infraction is on paragraph 1693. And Honorable Deputy Ranking will take care of that one.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This issue is regards to an end salary at the Lome Mission. One of your officers retired from the service and still earning salary, totaling an amount of 23,211 Ghana cedis, and the auditors have recommended that the chief director should recover the unearned salary with interest at the prevailing Bank of Ghana rate from the said officer and deposit it at the recovery account of the Auditor General. What is the status of this?
Mr. Chair, the head of the research department indicated that he would come and answer this himself.
Where is he?
I'm not able to answer that, please.
But, sir, so when did he tell you that he would come?
I spoke with him and indicated that the matters which pertain to research departments, I will not come and answer those questions.
Clerk, take note of that, please. And we'll hold the head of the research department with the chief director here. Yes, sir.
Mr. Chief Director, I want to ask, the research department, is it under you or separately working different?
The research department, Mr. Chair, works under the national security. Yes, please.
Chief Director, so who validated the payments for this particular infraction? Respectfully.
Madam Chair, it's not the ministry. I can confirm that, please. I don't have any further information. I'm sorry.
You don't have information on who validated. So tell us, this particular officer, where does he draw his salary from? Is it from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs or from the research department?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I have to interject here. This is a security matter, and we would rather not divulge any further information.
Respectfully, Deputy Minister, this is not a security matter. This is an unearned salary, and we are asking that where is the salary drawn from? Is it from National Security Compensation budget, or it's from Ministry of Foreign Affairs compensation budget? This has nothing to do with security question. Respectfully, this is something we should know.
To answer you bluntly, in regards to your question, it's drawn from national security, not the ministry. Thank you.
So that's it. So you are saying it is drawn from national security, so you cannot speak to this. And the auditors, can you throw more light on this? Because I'm a bit, once it's appeared under Ministry of Foreign Affairs, you need to clarify for us how it was cited under Ministry
Honorable
of Foreign
Chair, the officer in question was on postings in the Lome Mission. But this particular salary was paid in Ghana. So he was being paid whilst on postings and was being paid here in Ghana. So that's what brought about the unearned salary that we are talking about.
And the payment came from national security or foreign affairs?
Please, with this particular on-end salary, it came from national security.
Okay, madam, you see, auditors, this is where when you are writing your report, those for the research department, you put it on the side so that we don't question foreign affairs about it. Okay, let's go to the next one. The infraction is on paragraph 1696. And Honorable Duke William Oferata will take care of that one.
Yes, please. Mr. Chair, this infraction happened in the Malibu mission, Equatorial Guinea, and it's about unsubstantiated payments. The amount involved was $3,081, or FCFA 1.930 million. The auditors examined the internal generated fund payment vouchers and noted that payment voucher number 0600364 of 25th November 2020 with a value of FCFA 1.930 million was raised in favor of an officer as expenditure incurred during the participation of the peer-to-peer event for Diaspora Desk in Nairobi, Kenya, from 18th November 2019 to 19th November 2019. This is surprising. However, the supporting document on this PV did not have any linkage with the program as narrated on the payment voucher. The auditors recommended that the Chief Director should recover the amount of FCFA 1.930 million from the officer and same pay to the Auditor General's recoveries account with the Bank of Ghana, failing which the Chief Director should pay. So I ask Chief Director, what is the process at the mission of raising a PV? I have three questions. So my first question is, what is the process of raising a PV at the mission, specifically Malibu mission?
Well, if an officer has a program that will be sanctioned by the head of mission, namely the ambassador, or in other jurisdictions, it will be the High Commissioner. And once it's sanctioned, approval is given for the officer to attend the program. Then that will be documented and a request made for finances to attend the program. The finances are released in accordance with the program, and once the officer attends the program, then the impress, if he is provided an impress, will be retired upon his return.
So may I ask, what is the status of the recovery of the funds as recommended by the auditor?
Yes, please. The officer has provided documents in support of the amounts indicated. That's the FCFA 1.93 expended during his participation in the program. The evidence of that has been tendered to the Auditor General's representatives, please.
Auditors, can you verify this, please?
Honorable, I can confirm that the officer in question has retired the impress or the amount that was given to him and even went further to refund an amount of 70,000 CFA.
All right, so let's move on. The next infraction is on paragraph 1701, and it's by Nana Osei J.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Chief Director,
This is about payment of double salaries to home-based staff, 185,368. Regulation 90 of the Public Financial Management 2019 requires that the employee's salary payment vouchers shall be validated by designated officers of the Human Resource Unit of a covered entity and the head of the management unit within a covered entity. The validation is to ensure that employees who are on posting or transfer out of the office are declared suspended from the payroll. Chief Director, the auditors found out that 2 home-based staff at post were validated and paid salaries totaling 189,970.32. I want to find out from you, my first question, how were they validated and paid?
Due respect, Honorable, once again, they are officers from the research department, and I prefer to leave that to the research department. With due respect, respectfully.
Okay, we will leave it. When they get here. Okay. So now the next infraction will be on paragraph 1706, and Mr. Frank Yeboah will take care of that one.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Chief Director, the infraction is on paragraph 1706 to 1708, unaccounted store items. So the external auditors, in the performance of their duty, noted that a member of staff named Madam Esther Jifa Ofori, who was then the head of mission in Malabo, Equatorial Guinea, procured 1 MacBook laptop and 3 smartphones, Samsung smartphones, 1 for herself, 1 for the minister, and 1 for the chancellor, head of chancery. The report further indicated that these items were not recorded in the asset register as required by law or by best practice. Also, the officers failed to hand over the items to the mission after the end of their duty tour. So the auditors recommended that you, the Chief Director, should recover the total amount of $5,800 from the officers and same paid into the Auditor General's recoveries account at the Bank of Ghana, failing which you, the Chief Director, will be liable to pay the total amount of $5,800. So the question is, what's the status of the recovery now?
Thank you very much, Honorable. And Mr. Chair, the Ministry has recovered 2 of the telephones, the phones used by the officers, and namely the Minister and the Head of Chancery. We have not been able to recover the laptop and the phone that was used by the then Head of Mission, who was a political appointee, an ambassador in the Malabo mission. She has been contacted and she has been written to return the items. And so, as it is, she is very much aware of the constraints and the obligation upon her to return the items. We have not been able to recover the items yet.
So, Chief Director, is it the case that you provide laptops for head of missions and then they can take them away, or what? Is it a practice?
No, that is not a practice. In most cases that I am aware of, they return the items or they leave them in the mission before returning to base. So this is really one of the very, very few instances that I have come across where the head of mission refused to leave the item and returned to the item where they could not be recovered at the mission.
Okay, so auditors, can you confirm the two payments, please?
Honorable, please, I can confirm that the two funds have been retained.
Mr. Chairman, I also noted that the Chief Director did not respond to the auditor's observation when they first sent it to them. And considering the fact that external audit is very important for all of us, I will advise that going forward, you have to respond to their observations to make things easier for us. Because per your answers that you've been giving to us, most of them we've been able to recover most of them. So I think that if we had responded to them earlier on, I don't think some of these things will find their way in this report. Thank you very much.
I note it, sir, and I apologize for that. Thank you.
Chief Director, the person in question who has a laptop, when was the last time you got in touch with her?
I have been trying to, over the last couple of weeks, to get in touch with her. She only returned my call yesterday, and it was my telephone. There was no other way I could get in touch with her. And she indicated to me that she was out of the country and that she was not available.
When is she going to return the laptop?
She said when she gets back, but there was no written commitment on that. But I would want, since she was an ambassador, to take her word for it as a gentleman's word.
Is she still an ambassador?
She was an ambassador.
And she's not anymore?
She's not, no, please. She was a political appointee.
Political appointee?
Yes, please.
I understand that jargon now. That, I wish I knew her name to mention it. I wish I knew her name to mention so that the whole world would know that she has your laptop. But I will leave it at that. Now, let me go to the next infraction is on.
Chairperson, Chair Lady, if you wish, I will divulge the name. If Chair Lady gives me the go-ahead.
I'm sorry?
If Chair Lady will give me the go-ahead, I will pronounce the name.
Okay, let's move on, sir. We'll mention her name later. And then embarrass. The next infraction is on paragraph 1709. Honorable Yawanim will take care of that one.
Honorable Chair, this infraction is in respect of remittance not accounted for. And this relates to the same special operations under the, it's special operations. So since it's a national security issue, I think we can.
Is it under you?
Yeah.
No, please.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Under research, yeah.
Yes, sir.
So
Research department, then we will leave it. The next infraction is on paragraph 1713. Honorable Akwesi Kwenedu will handle that one.
Thank you, Chair. So this infraction has to do with double payment of freight allowances. This was at the New York mission to the tune of $10,050. So the auditors noted that one Fred Bogney, a former minister, who was recalled to base and departed from New York in March 2023, was paid double allowance for vehicle freight and personal effects amounting to $10,050 on January 24, 2022. However, on 22nd February 2023, he was paid the same amount of $10,050 for freight, making a total of $20,100. The auditors recommended that Chief Director should recover the on-earned allowance of $10,050. Where are we in terms of the recovery?
Thank you, Honorable. And Mr. Chair, if I may, this involves a research department, so I kindly ask permission to leave that to the research department.
Chief Director, this is becoming an issue.
Yes, please.
When you lump all these monies together, it is so much money.
Yes, please.
Respectfully, we need to find a way to address this issue. We cannot hide under research department. We are not speaking to it. Research department, we are not giving even a simple name. So, Chief Director, moving forward, respectfully, let us put systems in place where, one, we will not have staff being paid double salaries. And then once the Auditor General sees it and cites you, you come and say, you can't speak to it because they are research staff. We need to find a way around this thing so that moving forward, we will not have these infractions because these are all monies belonging to the states. Any other issue, research department, then it should move to research the national security. Then we know that these are national security issues that shouldn't appear under the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. But I have an issue with the double salaries. Because whether you are you work under the research department or under Ministry of Foreign Affairs, you are not supposed to earn double salary. So you working at the research department does not make it right for you to receive double salaries. So, Chief Director, respectfully, let us put systems in place where you work together with the research department to avoid some of these infractions because they're embarrassing.
Yes, Madam Chair. I take that forward and I would engage with the research department on that. Thank you very much for your advice.
Honorable Adam. The next infraction is on 1716.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, for the opportunity. And the 1716, the auditors, it has to do with embezzlement of statutory deductions to the tune of 8,086 euros. The audit revealed control weaknesses in cash disbursement processes at the mission between the period of November 2019 and March 2021. The audit noted that during the same period, the former accounting officer, Mr. Kofi Popo, made rent
Just a minute,
reductions.
Mr. Popo, are you here with us? Is Mr. Popo here with us?
Okay.
Adam, turn off your...
Yes, so Mr.
Adam,
Popo.
hold on.
Okay.
Mr. Popo, if you are here with us, we'll be very happy for you to come up here and sit here and maybe answer directly. This one, we will not allow the Chief Director to answer. Mr. Clerk, if you can swear him in. Mr. Popo, have you been sworn in? Okay, so...
I, Kofi Popo,
swear by the Almighty God.
Swear by the Almighty God
That the evidence I shall give.
That the evidence I shall give
Before this committee.
Touching
the matter in issue.
Shall be the truth.
The whole truth.
And nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. If I can proceed. So, Mr. Kofi Popo, you have incited in paragraph 1717 in the report that between November 2019 and March 2021, as a former accounting officer, you made rent deductions totaling 14,604.34 euros from the salaries of home-based officers without accounting for the deductions. Again, between November 2019 and March 2021, you made cash deductions totaling 17,020.61 euros from the salaries of local staff for the payment of tax, social security, and health insurance without accounting for the deductions. The cash deductions were also paid from the mission's Czech Crown Bank account for the same purpose. The total embezzled amount is 31,624.95 euros. Again, as at March 2025, Mr. Kafui Kofi Kpokpo had refunded a total of 21,066.64 United States dollars, or 18,538.64 euros, and 5,000 euros, bringing the total recovery to 23,538.64 euros, leaving a balance of 8,086.31 to be recovered. Per the recommendation of the Auditor General, the Chief Director is to help us recover that amount of 8,086 euros. Since you are here yourself, can you tell us when you will make that payment of the balance?
Please, the amount has been fully recovered, please. I've finished paying.
Auditors, can you confirm if the amount has been fully recovered?
Honorable, please, I can confirm that the amount of 8,086 has been fully recovered.
Mr. Chairman, I would want to find out from the Chief Director if he is aware that per Section 96 of the Public Financial Management Act 2016, Act 921, beyond recovery, an officer that is found to have misappropriated funds in violation of this act is equally liable for summary conviction to a term of imprisonment?
Yes, please, I am aware.
So, Mr. Chairman, I want to find out from the Chief Director what he has done so far about this issue beyond asking Mr. Kofi Kpokpo to refund the amount indicated in the report.
Thank you very much. Mr. Kofi Kpokpo, when the issue came up, a task force was sent to the mission to investigate and to ensure that we have the facts available to us so that the proper measures can be taken against him. Now, when they came back with a report which was which formed the basis of a committee that made recommendations, and we sent the report to the head of civil service and subsequently to the Public Services Commission. And the Public Services Commission came out to the measure of demotion. So the officer was demoted, he was suspended, and after he's suspended, he was demoted by, I think, 2 steps. So his due date for promotion was passed, and he was asked to refund the entire amount. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, my last question. Okay, let me, Mr. Chairman, take over.
Mr. Chief Director, this thing happened because of weakness in controls. Have these weaknesses being resolved?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. I think we can all imagine how embarrassing it is for an institution to be faced with an issue such as this. We have done two things, if not three. The first was to take the preliminary step of sending a team to identify the problem. And once it was done, we ensured that the officer there was removed. And we set in place a system where we realized that there was a supervisory control also that was weak. And so the head of chanceries of all the missions, and not just that mission, were tasked to ensure that any such weaknesses that took place under their supervision was heavily sanctioned. We have trained and double-trained officers being posted to the various missions in such a way that with every month or so, we are constantly supervising and ensuring that we have video checks on their accounts. We constantly have communication with them via video. They should be sending their accounts in every month. And so these are checked and double-checked. So we have double-checked all the systems just to ensure that it doesn't occur.
Thank you very much, sir. The next infraction is on paragraph 1221. Cash withdrawal not accounted for. And that would be 1721. And that would be Nano Seje.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Chief Director, I think if I would take a cue from what the chairman said, this also accounts to weak internal control systems, where the likes of Sakrata and Mr. Kafi Kofi Pupu took advantage of and withdrew cash, which they couldn't account for. If I go back to it, it says that I want to find out what are the measures that you've taken now to mitigate this risk.
Thank you very much. And now, as I indicated, I sincerely believe that at the heart of the matter is honesty and transparency of officers. Now, this we try very hard to ensure that it's only the officers that have been sanctioned and passed to have been above board in terms of their transparency and the honesty that they have exhibited, who are posted to our missions to man the accounts. But we have set up training. Of course, we have our training institute at the Foreign Service Institute, and the Foreign Service Institute is helping us to train and retrain the officers that are being posted outside of the country.
Chief Director, it is not just about the training. See, if we know the checks are in place, it will help people, stop some of these things. So we are pleading with you, the PFM Act and all the other regulations that can help the missions function properly. It's like when they leave Ghana, they think they are no more under our financial laws. So respectfully, if you can put those systems in place to allow the system to work, using the various regulations and laws that we have, I think that will go a long way to also help in this regard.
Madam Chair, thank you very much for that. I take it that all these are helping us as an institution to build up our institution. If I may add, previously we have never, as we are doing now, we have never provided as much budget as we are now providing to our internal audits departments. And we have increased the budget going to the internal audit because, of course, we want to avoid such infractions. And, of course, we're also rebuilding our institution. Thank you very much for the suggestion.
Mr. Chief Director, I want to find out if Mrs. Sakrata Lamini Jisu, the head of Chancery, is she around?
No, please.
Okay. And our own
our own friend, former accounting officer, Mr. Kafi Kufi Poku,
Yes, please.
have refunded the 58,000 euros.
The out of the amounts of 58, I believe, if I get the figure right, amount of 31 has been refunded so far. Balance of Yes, please. He's refunding, and he's refunded 2,387 of the amount. But there is a plan, a payment plan, where the amount is being deducted from at source. So there's a regular payment that is being deducted from this, so that over a period between now and the next year, the total amount would have been recovered into public chest.
So, how much again has been recovered of this, the 58,000? Yeah, 58,000 euros.
It's 2,387, please.
2,000?
Yes, please.
Out of the 58?
Yes, please.
So when will the 57,000 euros be paid? 56.
Please, as we noted, the payment plan made provision for regular monthly payments, which is being done at source, so that even before he gets his money, the monies are paid. But with the first one that we noted, it's been deducted at source, and that has been fully recovered out of the payment that is being made. And this one...
Sir, 6th grade math, 56,000 euros. How much are you collecting in a month? And how many months is it going to take to pay off this amount?
Yes, I defer to the finance section, please, to answer that. With your permission, please.
And adding to it, I see
5,000.
Lamimi Idrisu. Is she involved in this? The head of Chancery. Chief Director.
Please.
There's a head of Chancery also. Is she involved? Or is it just how involved is she?
Yes, she was head of Chancery at the time that Kofi Popo was accounting officer. So, in the monies that are expended, or any monies that are taken out of the accounts, it requires 2 signatures. So the head of Chancery and the accounting officer. So to that extent, she is involved.
So then she confirmed that she signed with, but why is she not here?
She's currently in a mission in India.
Yes, and she wasn't informed about this.
No, she, the disciplinary committee, when it went out, they came out with a report that as far as they were concerned, and as far as their investigations went, she was only responsible for the VAT refunds, because the VAT was involved. And she was involved to the extent of 10,000 euros, which she has fully paid.
The VAT refunds?
Yes,
when
please.
You say VAT, no, please explain, because she's been implicated here.
Yes, please.
And so we want it to be on record, the role she played. Because she's not here. Mr. Kofi Popo is here. He can speak to the matter. But the head of Chancery is not here, and her name has been cited here. And so we want you to tell us the exact role you claim she played in this.
As I indicated, Madam Chair, she was head of Chancery at the time when Kofi Popo was accounting officer. It takes two for any expenditures in a mission to be made. And so with every expenditure made, she would have to be involved in the signing of the check or of the retrieval of monies.
So, Madam Chair, I heard the Chief Director say the lady in question has made some payment to the tune of about 10,000 euros. You also said earlier that our friend here, Kofi Popo, yes, he's my friend. Yeah, there's Kofi in the name. Kofi has had deductions made to about 2,000 euros now. Now, the entire infraction that the two of them are liable to is 58,000. So can you confirm the outstanding amount of liability here for us? Because I read some inconsistencies here.
Chief Director. Mr. Chairman. Okay.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, we may refer to the earlier infraction which concerns Mr. Kofi Popo in the sum of 31,000, which he started paying. So he is paying double infraction. So the total payment he has made so far has actually defrayed the first infraction, which is the 31,000. And then the excess is the 2,000, which is being used to settle the second infraction. That is how come out of the 58,000 for which you're supposed to refund half, we have only 2,387 euros being the amount he has paid so far. He was combining both figures and refunding them together.
He took monies that were not supposed to have been taken. And so let's not justify this, that is the reason why he's paid just 2,000. Because he took out 31,000 euros. And one may ask, what did he use the 31,000 euros for? That he can't go for it to pay for, the deductions he made on the home staff's account and salaries. So let's not justify this. The auditors, can you throw more light on this, the issue of the 10,000, this and that, so that we are all clear?
Madam Chair, whilst they are throwing light on it, I'd just like them to add another dimension, which is that in the Auditor General's recommendation, the Chief Director is supposed to retrieve this amount with interest. So if you have gone to agree on a payment plan, i.e. deductions monthly, tell us where we are at the deductions, what quantum interest you've calculated, such that this will not occasion a loss to the state. Otherwise, with this status quo, you are just telling us you can go embezzle money, literally steal money, and then there will be a payment plan for you. No interest. That's not good for the state. Please tell us.
Thank you, Chair. Honorable Chair, currently the officer is paying $3,000 a month. $3,000 a month, which is on record that he has been paying that to recover, like to defray the total amount. Yeah. Please, the interest has not been worked on by the Auditor General for the officer.
The Auditor General doesn't need to work out any interest. The Auditor General has recommended that Chief Director should retrieve this amount with interest at prevailing Bank of Ghana rates. It's not by an Auditor General who should tell you what it is. Chief Director should tell us what it is and tell us what he has done about it. So if you say in the first infraction, he has been able to pay the entire amount, what is the interest component of that amount he has paid? Otherwise, Mr. Chair, you will need to use your powers. The Chief Director is liable.
And he's here. We can't allow the taxpayers' money to be taken like that.
Honorable Member, if you read paragraph 1723, it says the Chief Director should recover the total amount, which is over here, with interest at the prevailing Bank of Ghana rates from the former head of Chancery, name here, and the former accounting officer, and same paid into Auditor General's recovery account at the Bank of Ghana, failing which the Chief Director should pay. So it's just that simple. Chief Director, you are on the hot seat. If you don't collect the interest, we'll haul you back here to pay. And you pay interest upon the interest.
I note that, please. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, my question is, you see, if it is any of us politicians who are here, we would have been in the news. They will be bashing it left and right. But when civil servant commit this crime, and then we try to justify it. I mean, even for me, I mean, the officer shouldn't have been here. He should have been arrested.
Mr. Chair, what's your ruling now?
My ruling is the Chief Director should collect the amount with interest. So whatever, immediately.
So
I mean,
let's
whatever,
give him time. Let's
whatever payment that he's paying should include an interest component of it. But they've already started the payment, right?
Yes.
So there should be the payment plan. It should include an interest on it.
Mr. Chair, right from here, I would go and work diligently and work out the interest.
Exactly. Otherwise, you pay.
Yes, sir. It will be a very unpleasant experience.
Thank you.
But I will do so. Thank you, Mr.
Chairman.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, sorry, I would like to find out from the Chief Director when the last payment was made.
The last payment was made in July, please. It's made on a monthly basis. Thank you, please.
Auditors, could you confirm that monthly payment is being made?
Honorable, please, I can confirm that monthly payment is being made.
And
but I want to make a correction.
Yes.
You've been saying the amount involved is 58. Please, it's not 58,000. It's 63,333. We have 5,000 euros and then 1.4 million check. Yes, and converted gives the 58. So the two added adds up to 63,333.
Chief Director, you are aware of this?
Yes, please. Noted.
Okay. Yes. Because with me, if you move to any other ministry, I'm coming after you there. If he goes on pension, I'll go there with him.
Yes, sir. It's not that I have anything against you, but I wouldn't want to have you at my heels all the time like that.
Chairman, thank you for the opportunity. Chairman, the head of Chancery took part in taking out this money. How was she disciplined? Well, I just heard that she's been sent to a different mission.
Chief Director, you have
been reassigned. Two people were assigned to take the money. So how did he take the money alone? The chief director said that two people signed to take money from the Chancery account. But the woman, the head of Chancery that has been reassigned, Papo has been demoted. What punishment did they give to the head of Chancery?
Chief, we are waiting.
Mr. Chair, I think there's something that needs to be clarified. She wasn't reassigned per se, but as I indicated, there was a committee that was set up that went to investigate a year before the auditors went there to make the findings. Now, on the basis of the findings of the committee that was set up, she wasn't fully exonerated, but her liability was not found to be financial. So at that time, Kofi Popo, when he was confronted with the facts, owned up. And so the committee came back with that report, which was forwarded to the public services, and the public services subsequently made the recommendations of demotion. The external auditors went a year after, by which time the processes had been set in motion where she was. Yes, please. So that is how it happened. And the report just came just a month or two ago.
Thank you, Chair. If I heard the Chief Director right, he said initially that the head of Chancery has been made to pay some amount. I think some 10,000 euros or so. But now, from what he's saying, that the head of Chancery, after the investigation committee went there, the findings was that she was not implicated financially. Her liability was not a financial liability. If it was not a financial liability, why is she paying? So I need further clarification.
I apologize for my lack of clarity. I am not saying she was not at all financially liable, but there was a VAT component which should have been taken to the bank, which was not. So to that extent, it was 22-something thousand, which they divided equally, and she paid hers immediately. But the committee did not find any further. Yes, thank you very much.
All right, Chief Director, let's move on. The next paragraph, the next infraction is on paragraph 1724, and it's under Honorable Duke William Oforiatta.
Mr. Chair, the next infraction happened at the Pretoria mission. The auditors chanced upon a report which indicated that the consulate was charging an extra fee of 1,700 rand as administrative fees after paying the approved visa fees online. The extra fee charged was not being accounted to the High Commission, which is the supervisory authority. The auditors also noted that the mission's records showed that the council had processed 702 applications for the period under review. As such, the monies involved was 1,193,400 rand, or the equivalent of 66,302,000 US dollars. Recommendations of the auditor. We recommend that the Chief Director should ensure that the head of Chancery recovers the unapproved administrative fees of the rand 1,193,400 charged on the 702 applications from the Honorable Consul and pay same into the Auditor General's recoveries account at Bank of Ghana, and also activate the General Guidelines policy by terminating the appointment of the Honorary Consul. So I would like to ask Chief Director, what is the status of the recovery of these funds?
Thank you, Honorable. Mr. Chair, the ministry requested the Ghana mission in Pretoria to prevail upon the Honorary Consul to refund the unapproved fees collected. The demands over time have not resulted in a refund. The ministry, therefore, refused to renew the mandate of the Honorary Consul, and this was intended to compel him to refund the amount, but that also did not yield results. The final decision on this matter now is that we have formally terminated all dealings with him. And the mission in Pretoria has been requested to retrieve all value books in the custody of the Honorary Consul. But the Honorary Consul is not recognized, and we have not renewed his mandate. Thank you. Please, if I may also add, we have forwarded a letter to the Attorney General and Minister for Justice to request for assistance in the area of reimbursement of funds and cessation of illegal administrative charges at the Honorary Consul's level in Cape Town.
Honorable Chair, I want to touch on a very important matter relating to the discussions in the last 10 minutes or so, which relates clearly to embezzlement of public funds. I think the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has been in the news for some very bad reasons in a recent past, and much of it is being revealed to us around this table this afternoon. At the heart of it, I want to know what measures, and this question, Honorable Chair, is to the Chief Director, what measures, control measures, have you put in place to first and foremost prevent the embezzlement before we now begin to marshal tax forces and the rest of it to go investigate and, now portion or recommend repayment plan, etc., etc. What preventive measures have you put in place to prevent such things? Because foreign missions, they are not here in Ghana under our nose. They're far away and they're expensive to, uncover such things.
Chief.
Yes, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I believe I indicated some of the measures earlier on, and the one that I believe we haven't implemented to the fullest, as we are doing now, is to be sending and to strengthen our internal audit mechanism, where the internal auditors go around to the missions on a yearly basis to check whether the controls in place are actually working. It's not always possible when we are so far at headquarters to be checking, except to be having video calls with them and to be calling the heads of chanceries and the accounting officers and to be querying them to understand what they are doing on a day-to-day basis. We are also examining the possibility of sending external auditors, internal auditors to the missions so that they can be posted to the missions and ensure that in addition to the head of chancery and the accounting officer, there is another layer of supervision, which is internal audit units at the missions. And at selected missions, just to ensure that we maximize on the capacities of these institutions.
Thank you very much, Chief Director.
And thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
You are finally discharged.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Honorable members, we've come to the end of sitting today. Tomorrow, the ministries that we are expecting to come will be Ministry of Defense, Office of Government Machinery, and then Ministry of Energy and Ministry of Roads and Highways. We expect to start 10 o'clock on the dot, and we are adjourned until then.